Hello precious one, I'm excited to come your way again with my tutorials on how to better your media ministry. Now, after my first video on using mobile devices and connecting them to your streaming software, I've got tons of messages on people wanting me to go over how to go about the OBS software. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the OBS software and everything you need to know about the software. So stick and stay with me as we delve into the OBS software. My name has always been Branko Simon. If you are new here, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the post notification so that whenever I release a new video, you get the first hand notification. If you're a returning subscriber too, I'm very much grateful that you always come back to watch my video. Now, without wasting much time, let's zoom in into today's video. Alright, so we'll be starting with getting the software downloaded. So first of all, you have to launch your browser. After launching your browser, you just come to the search button, just type OBS Studio. OBS Studio, and then just run the search. So when you run the search, you look for the first one that will pop up, the OBS Studio, and then you click on download. So after you've clicked on download, you will see that there are so many operating systems that have their versions here. We have the Windows, we have the Mac, and then we have the Linux. So depending on the system that you are using, if you're a Windows user, you download the one that is meant for Windows. If you are an iOS user, you download the Mac, the one that is meant for Mac. So you just click on download installer and then it will appear. So you see, thank you for downloading OBS. Now, because I use IDM, it has popped up for me to download. I'll just click on download. We wait till the software is downloaded. Now, after the software is downloaded, you just now go back to your directory where the software was downloaded and then you get it installed. All right, now after installing, now let's go into the software. Right now we've been able to install the software. Let's go into it and see how it looks like. So the first time you open the OBS software, this is the interface you are going to see. You see this black screen here, which is supposed to be your monitor. You see scenes, you see sources, you see audio mixer, you see scene transition, and then controls. Now, this is personal advice. The first thing I will advise you to do is to turn this studio into the studio mode. So you look out for the controls panel, click on the studio mode. Now what this does is that it gives you a preview scene and then a program scene. What is a preview scene? A preview scene is the scene that you will be able to see before it goes live. So whatever addition that you do, you'll be able to see all those things at the preview scene before you transition it to go live. So the moment it go live, it means that your audience who are watching your live streaming are seeing. So the program scene is what is out for your audience to see, and the preview scene is what is out for you to see. Now, the reason why I will advise you to turn on this studio mode is that when it is in this scene, everything that you put here straight goes to your audience. So this scene is automatically the program scene. You can't do anything without the audience seeing it. You get it? So if you want to do this, then it means that you've done all the necessary background works before you hit the live stream. Other than that, I'll always advise you that you go for the studio mode where you'll be able to do all your settings on the preview scene before you go straight to the program scene. And you can go straight to the program scene by using these transition boxes here. All right, now after you have launched your OBS software, someone will ask, what is the next thing to do? Now the next thing to do is that you are going to use the OBS to stream, right? Okay, so what are you going to stream? You are going to stream your video. All right, so the first thing that you have to add is you have to add a scene. Now, what is a scene? A scene is a collective, let me say, a collection of all sources. Okay, so everything that you are going to see. For example, when you come to this scene, this is a scene. this video that you are watching is a scene, and in this scene we have this tree here, you have this microphone, you have this one, you can see me in the scene. So we are all in the scene. We are individual sources. All these elements are individual sources that are present in the scene. So you have to first create a scene. The moment you launch the OBS software, they will give you automatic scene, the first scene, because you cannot use the software without a scene. All right, so they will give you the first scene. So the first thing I will do is that I want to change this scene. Okay, so I rename this scene to let's say camera footage. All right, so now when you come to the camera footage scene, what do we expect to see in the scene? Are you following? Yeah. So what I expect to see in the scene is I want to see my video feed in the camera scene. Do you get it? All right. So now, how do I get my video in the camera scene? Now the video will come in as a source in the scene. So the next tab after the scene is the sources. Now, to be able to add sources to your stream, you have to come to this plus section. This plus tab here is what? Add source. So the moment you click here, it will give you panel. Now, all these things are sources that you can add. You have application audio, you have audio input capture, audio output capture, Blackmagic device, browser, color source, display capture, game capture, image slideshow, media source, scene, test, video capture device, Windows capture device, group, deprecated, that is test free type. So all these are sources that you can add to your scene. Okay, so here we want to add video to the camera footage, the scene that we have renamed it camera footage. Okay, so now what am I supposed to look for? Because it's a video that I want to capture, I'll look through and see the sources that matches video. Now you see we have Blackmagic here. So for example, if you are using a Blackmagic device, like you are using the ATEM Mini, ATEM Mini Pro, ATEM Mini ISO, ATEM SDI, ATEM Extreme, Blackmagic Television Studio HD, Studio 4K, whatever Blackmagic video capture device that you are using, you will automatically use the Blackmagic device here because it is configured for that purpose. Now, if you are not using Blackmagic device capture, or let's say you are not using Blackmagic video capture, what are you supposed to look out for? You look out for video capture device. Now, the video capture device has been configured to see all sorts of video captures that you can get. So you just come to video capture device and then click on the video capture device. Now the video capture device, you see you have create and then add existing. So this one, we are now starting the setup. So we are going to create a new video capture device. So let's name it. So let's say missed video feed. So the missed video feed means that for example, if you are using a video mixer before connecting to the OBS, you use the mixed video where you have mixed all the video and the final output is coming here. But if you are using, for example, capture devices like capture cards for individual cameras, if you are using more than one camera but you don't have a video mixer and you are using capture devices, then you use the capture device to name the feed that they are using. So for the purpose of this tutorial, we are using the mixed video feed. So you see make source visible, then you click on OK. Now the moment you click on OK, you see that automatically you see a video feed in. So you can see a video feed. So this video feed is my laptop's webcam that has been selected. So that is not the device I'm looking out for. I've connected the camera to it, so I want to see the camera feed. So you come to device, okay, then you click on this one. Now there will be a drop down. The drop down will show all connected video devices. That, like, it will show, the drop down will show all video devices that you have connected. So you see the HP wide vision HD camera, that is the laptop's webcam, and then the iron. So the iron that I talked about, I have them here, and then you have VMS video external, blah 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 blah. I have VMS installed here. That's why I will take time and then walk you through the VMS as well. So now the video device that I'm looking out for is the USB video. So I'll just click on the USB video. So the moment I click on the USB video, realize that I have my video source connected. Now here I will advise that you leave everything as it has been programmed for you like that, unless you have purposes, you have something you want to do. When you come down, you see we have flip vertically, so you can flip it or what have you. I know you are not ready to do that. Audio output mode. So what do you want to you do want to capture audio only, capture desktop audio, output desktop audio or whatever. So capture audio only. So that is why I said I will advise that you leave this place untouched, as they have been pre-programmed for you, and then just click on OK and you are good to go. Now you realize that when you added the video feed to the software, you have it only at the preview side. So that is the advantage that I talked about, that you have to studio mode. So right now everything that you'll be adding here will only be seen at the preview side. Unless we transition it to the program side, your live audience will not be able to see whatever you are doing. I hope you get it. So now that is the one scene that we have here. I've added the one source to the scene. All right, so now that we have added your video feed, what else do you have to add? Now, one thing that you have to also take note of is that video always comes with sound. Video always comes with sound. You cannot do it. You cannot do a live streaming without sound. So what you have to do is that you have to add audio. Now, if the capture device that you are using is able to transmit audio, automatically when you go on the program scene, for example, when I switch to program, you realize that my capture device that I'm using is able to pick audio. So you'll be able to see the audio feed at the audio mixer port here. So as you can see, the levels BP means that my capture device have been able to capture the audio from my camera to the OBS directly. So if in your church you have connected your feed or your audio feed to the camera, depending on the capture device that you are using, you'll be able to pick the sound directly from your camera source. Mostly in my church, that is what I do. The reason is that I mostly record on camera while we are streaming, so that afterwards we can go and do post-production. So because I mostly want to escape the work by recording separate audio and then go and mix in post-production, I let my sound guys give me sound to my camera directly. Now, my sound guys may not be able to give me two sound sources, so they can't give me sound for my camera and then sound for my streaming. So when they give me sound for my camera, I just connect it and then pick it from my capture device and I'm good to go. Sometimes too, I don't do that. I just use my sound card and then I'm good to go. So if your capture device is able to pick the sound directly, just as this one is doing, you are good to go. I hope you get it. If not to, what then you have to do is that at the sources side, you have to add sound. Add sound. Now, how do you add sound? You go through the same process that you went through to add your video source. So you just come here to add source, click, and then you go and look for audio input. Now, we are looking for audio input because input means what you are accepting. I hope you get it. What you are accepting. So now we are accepting sound from the sound team. The sound that they've mixed from their mixer board and all those stuff. That is what we are looking for. So you just click on audio input capture. Same process. This one too, we are creating a new audio input capture. You have to rename it, or if you can leave it like that, but mostly for easy identification, I will want to rename it. So I will name it like mixed sound, and then I'll click on OK. So the moment I click on OK, the same procedure, you see, when we were doing that of the videos, this procedure also came. So you see the device here. Which device do you want to play the sound from? Now when you click here, you have default. Default means that whatever settings that the machine have, that is what you want to use. If not to, you have lots of audio devices here. So this is a Microsoft Array. The Microsoft Array is the laptop's microphone. You see, every laptop have a microphone, or every system that you use to run your church live streaming will have inbuilt microphone. So that is it. We have the microphone for Iron webcam. So it brings you to the Iron tutorial I did the last time. So here I won't waste much time here. You see, I have only one audio device connected. That is my capture device. So you see, digital audio interface, USB digital audio. So if you have any external sound connected to the machine, it will appear here as well. So here, this one, it is only the capture device that has been connected to the machine. So that is the audio interface I'll get. So I just click here, and then I'll just come and then click on OK. So now you see that when you come to the sources tab, you have your mixed sound and the mixed video feed. So in the camera footage, these are the sources you want to see. So the moment I transit it to program, you see that we have two audio sources here. Now the audio sources here, you have the audio coming from the mixed video feed, and then audio coming from the mixed sound. So when it happens like this, if you let these two audios go out, you see that you have a double effect. Yeah, so there will be something like an echo in the background, but then it's not from the sound guys, but because these two are playing. So what I normally do is that if I've added an external sound source, I'll just mute the video sound. So I'll just click on this one, and you see it has turned green. It means that it is not active. When it is green, just as the mixed sound is green, it means that that is active. So now you have your video and audio sorted in the OBS. Now let's move to the next thing that you want to do. So for example, you are doing a live streaming for your church, and you want to let your streaming feel a little bit of a, let's say, professional and attractive. So you want to add some elements to it. For example, you want to add your church's logo to it, or whatever you want to add. So here we want to add a logo to this setup. Okay, so what you want to do is that same procedure that you went through to add the sound source and then the video source, you go through the same procedure to add the logo as well. So you just come here, and then on the add source tab, you click on it, it will still open. Now what do you want to add? Logo. What is the logo? The logo is an image. Get it right, the logo is an image. So you just come and click on image, and then same procedure. So create new. What image are we looking out for? Logo. So logo, I'll just click on OK. Now let's take note. When we're adding the audio and then the video, we were able to see the devices we want to select. But here you are not seeing the device, but you are seeing something like image file. So you are going to select the logo. That is the file that you want to use as your logo. You come here and then click on browse. The moment you click on browse, it will open this tab for you to be able to go and navigate your system and select your logo where the logo is. So here I have my logo in my local disk K, and then in local disk K I have a folder named projects, and then in the folder named projects I have another folder named resources. In the folder named resources I have another folder named logos. Now I will take time and in another video walk you through how important this filing is, grouping some of these things, so that when you are sorting out your files, you know where to go for what. So I'm looking for logos. I've come to my logos folder, click on the logos folder. I have chunk of logos here. So for the purposes of this tutorial, let me use FMG TV logo. So I'll just click on FMG TV logo. Now you see we have it here. Now what I have to do is that I just have to click on OK, and then you are gone. Now, you see, the logo file size is big. So when it came here, it was not able to fit. So what you have to do is that you have to rescale it to fit it. Now, there are so many ways in killing a cat. You can just drag these points and then get it scaled up, or how you want to go about it. But then the first step in scaling images, in scaling logos like this, the first thing I want to do is that I want to make it fit to full screen. So this one, I'll teach you a shortcut that you want to do. The shortcut is Ctrl+F. So the Ctrl+F will fit it to full screen. Let's go Ctrl+F. Now you see that it has been fitted to full screen. Now when you have it on full screen like this, you'll be able to use the cardinal point, I'll call it, to rescale it. So I'll just click on this cardinal point and then rescale it. All right, so I've scaled it to the size I want. Now all these things that I'm doing are happening at the preview side. So even if we are online, your audience will not be seeing these things that are happening at the preview side. That is why I've early on advised that you have to turn on studio mode. All right, so now I have scaled it. I want to put it here. So that is it. If you want to add any other graphic on the streaming, you will be able to do it this way. Now let's say you've been able to add this. Now you want to add a crawler. All right, so you see we are building it from one point to the other. Okay, we started with downloading the software, getting it installed, and then launching it. So I'm walking you through the one step-by-step processes of what getting your feed look professional as you can ever get. All right, so now let's add this crawler, because for church most of the time we use the crawlers for announcements. All right, so now how do you add the crawler? The crawler is a test. All right, the crawler is a test. Now when I talk about crawler, if you don't understand what crawler is, those writings that you'll be seeing that they will be moving beneath the video, reading announcements and stuff, that is the crawler. So the first thing you want to do is that you want to add background layer. All right, because the crawler have to crawl on something. I hope you get it. Now how do you add the background layer? The background layer is mostly a solid color. All right, so you just click on the add source again. So all these things that we are adding is going to one scene. I hope you get it. It's going to one scene. Yes. All right, so you just click on add and then you go and look for test. So you have test GDI plus. You just click on the test. Same thing. What name do you want to give to the test? Here, let's call the test crawler. So crawler, and then click on OK. Now you have the test box here to type whatever you want to crawl there. So here, what I want to crawl is that let's say welcome to this tutorial session with Bra Kweku Simon. All right, so this is what I want to crawl. Now this is about test formatting. So if you know how to do your test formatting, you can go over and then you do your test formatting. So you have fonts, select font, the kind of font you want. Let's say I want to use my favorite Montserrat. That is my favorite test month, and then all right, so you have it here. All right, so my favorite test is Montserrat. I don't know. All right, so I have it here, Montserrat. So I get my Montserrat here. No, I didn't finish my formatting, so I want it in the extra bold. And then if you want a strike through, that is effective. If you want underline, you can go about it, but I don't want strike through, I don't want underline. I just want it like this, and I click on. So you'll be able to select the font size here, but then for the purpose of this class, let's leave it like this and we'll go on OK. Now the moment you click on OK, you have your test here. You can format it as well. You have the color you want to select. Let's say, so I want my text to be white, so I won't select any color. and all these things have background color and stuff. But mostly I don't use the background color here, because if I use the background color here, it does not really fit well as I want it to fit for me. So I just want to do everything from scratch. I want to do everything by my own, just as I want it. You see, with OBS, it gives you the room to be able to play with stuffs, to build it as how you want it to be. So when I'm using OBS to stream, it will be very difficult for you to know the software I'm using, because I've built everything from scratch and I'm using it. That is why I always want to go for OBS. All right, so I'll click on OK. Now, after coming here, you see that the test has overcrowded the screen here. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is that I want it to fill the screen at the previous side. So I'll just use the same shortcut that I showed you, Ctrl+F, and then I have it this way. All right, now I have the all the cardinal point here. I'll just have to rescale it to where I want it to be. Okay, so now I have rescaled it. I want it to be here. I want it to be at the bottom here. Now you see it is plain. It is not really seen that much. So what I want to do is that I want to add the background that I talked about. So how do I add the background? I said that the background is mostly color, like a solid color. So you just go through the same procedure, add source, and then here now you look for color source. All right, color source. Now same procedure. So this one I'll name it crawler BG, that is crawler background, and then I click on OK. So the moment I click on OK, now you have the color here. So you see here too, you have to understand how color psychology works. Yeah, you have to understand how color psychology works. So my inscription is in white, so I can't use any color theme that is white. Other than that, my crawling will not be visible. I hope you get it. So let's say here I'll go for blue. Let's say, for example, or for the purpose of this class, I'll go for, let's say, a green color theme, and then I'll just click on. So you see basic colors here, you can pick them here, color picker, or you can click on the color picker to pick from any of the colors that we have here. But here, I'll just pick from the basic color, and then I'm good to go. I click on OK. Now, when I click on OK, you see you have these here, the width and then the height. Okay, so the width must always be left like that, because you want it to fill the whole length of the frame. Okay, so the height, let's say here I want to leave it at, let's say 100. Okay, 100. Now as you can see it shown here, this is the size. 100 is okay for me. I just click on OK, and then now I'll come and drag it and come and place it where I want it to be. Now you see that when I place it, it's covering the crawler. So because of the arrangement, it comes in order. So just as it has been arranged here, anything that comes first is what is first seen. So this one is just a basic arrangement. So just drag it, then bring it behind the crawler. So the moment I bring it behind the crawler, you see that I have the crawler on top of it. Now here is where the game is. How do I get the test moving as a crawler that I want? So how do you go about it? The first step is that you just select the crawler here like this, and then you come here, you look for this tab here. Okay, you see properties, you have filters, select font, select color, what have you. So you can even edit your test from this tab. Okay, but then because here you want to let the test crawl. Okay, so you just select filters. But before you click on the filters, make sure that the crawler is selected, just as I've selected it, and then I click on filters. So when I click on filters, you see you have effect filters here. So here we are going to add the filter that will make it crawl. So just click on this plus button here, and then you look for scroll. Okay, so now you have scroll here, click on scroll, and then okay, so now I've added the scroll here. Now the scroll, you see you have horizontal speed and then vertical speed. So if you want it to crawl up, or if you want it to scroll up, you use the vertical feed. So when I move the vertical feed, you see it is scrolling up. Okay, now that is not what I want to do, so I just go back to my 00, and then I'll go to horizontal speed. So I'll just increase the horizontal speed. So the speed at which the crawler will be moving is dependent on how fast you set it. So let's bring it to at a speed of 150. Okay, so 150 now, the crawler is moving. You click on close and you are good to go. Now you have your crawler moving, but you see that the test is has clamped together. Simon, the last word is supposed to be Rakoku Simon, and then welcome is supposed to be the first word, but then here you see it's clamped over. So what you have to do is just come to this tab and then create space. You create space between it. So most of the time I use these arrows to separate them. All right, so now you have your test crawling on the screen, but all these things are being done at the preview side, so you just have to translate it to the program so that the audience outside can have a feel. So you just click on any of this transition here. Mostly I want to use cut, and then I have it here in the program and it is running. So basically this is all about adding test and stuff to your feed in OBS. It's getting interesting, and I know, yeah, it's getting interesting. Now, this tutorial, I did not really intend to get it this long, but then for the benefit of those of us who really want it, taking the pain to go through it. So now, the next thing that you want to do is that after you've done all these things, you are set for your OBS. Now, how do you get it live for your audience who are out there to enjoy? What you have to do is that now you have to determine where you want to stream to. Do you want to stream to Facebook, YouTube, or what have you? So let's say for the purpose of this class, I want to stream to Facebook. So I'll just come back to my browser again and then log on to Facebook. So the moment you log on to Facebook, what you have to do is that if you are streaming on a personal page, you see this live button here, just click on the live button here and then you are good to go. But then if you are streaming on the church's page, I believe by now you know how to navigate your way through Facebook to get your church's page. So for the purpose of this class, I want to stream on FMG TV platform. So on the FMG TV platform, let's assume the FMG TV is the church page that you want to stream on. So same procedure. When you come here, you just click on live video. When you click on live video, you see you have create live event and then go live. Now what you want to do is you want to go live now, but if you are planning to schedule the live video, then you can go to create live event, but then here you are want to go live, so just click on the go live. And then when you have the go live, now when you come here, this is what you see. Okay, this is how the interface looks like. To be able to link your feed from OBS to your Facebook platform, you need something that will link it, and that thing that will link these two platforms is what we call the stream key. The stream key. So you first have to click on copy stream key. When you copy the stream key, you come to your OBS. Now when you come to your OBS, now you are going to configure it to be able to connect directly to your Facebook, all right, so, or any whatever platform that you want to use, but here we are using Facebook for the purpose of this tutorial. So you just come to this controls panel here and then you click on settings. So the moment you click on settings, this panel will come. You see you have the general, stream, output, audio, video, hotkey, accessibility, and advanced. Now what we want to do is that we want to stream, so just click on the stream and then stream. Now you have service here. So what service do you want to use? What service do you want to stream on? You just click on that and they have a lot of services shown. Just you can click on the show all and you see all these are places that you can stream on. But then for the purpose, as I said, for the purpose of this class, we want to use Facebook Live. So all these are platforms you can stream on, but then we want to use Facebook Live. So you just look through and come and click on Facebook Live. So the moment you click on Facebook Live, see you have server. Now the server is default, so you can't do anything about the server. The server has been automated for you to be able to go about it. Now you have stream key. So stream key, because I've used this platform, the OBS, to stream before, that's why I have this stream key here. So I'll just take it off and then I'll paste Ctrl+V, paste the stream key that I went to copy. So now that I have my stream key here, I just click on apply and then I click on OK. So the moment I click on OK, the connection has been established already. So I'll have to click on Start Streaming here. The moment I click on the Start Streaming at the control panel and I see this green tab here, it means that my video is live. Now my video is live, but then mind you, it is not live on Facebook yet. So if you do this and you leave it like that, your audience will go on your platform and they won't find your video because your video is not yet live. I hope you get it. So you have to now go back to your browser, Facebook. Now you see that the video has been linked here. You have it shown in this video panel here. So what you have to do now is you have to add description. So when you come to add post details, you see you have share to story. That is, if you want your video to show on your story, mostly I have it checked so that it will show on my story. So now what's your video or what's your live video about? I click here. You have title. So let's say OBS beginner tutorial, and then that is the title of this video, and then the description is what? Let's say okay, so let's say demonstrational video. All right. Grammarly is saying that grammatically is not correct, but I don't mind Grammarly. This is for the purpose of this class. That is on the lighter note there. So now after all this is done, you click on save. The moment you click on save, you see this go live button has appeared and it's now blue. It means that you are now ready to go on live. I hope you get it. You are now ready to go live. So the moment you click on live, then you see live video is starting. It is it is loading like this, and then you see. So right now I am live on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook right now and search for FMG TV, you will see this video live for my audience. So let's say, for example, I pick my phone and go on Facebook right now and go and search for FMG. So you see, you have it here, demonstrational video. All right, so I have my video live here, and my audience who will go on Facebook right now will be able to see this video that I'm doing as live as it is. So basically, this is all you need to get your video online. So those of you who were on my neck to go over OBS and how to go about it, this video is purposely for you. I believe that this video is going to be a blessing to you and your church. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, drop your comments, and then I'll come back and read all of them and respond to them. If you have any further question regarding OBS Studio, kindly drop it in the comment section and I'll be glad to respond to it. If you like this video, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the post notification, and then share to bless others. Let every media guy get this video, and I believe that it is going to be a blessing to everybody. My name has always been Braukeku Simon. If you are new here, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the post notification so that whenever I release a new video, you get the first hand notification. If you're returning to a subscriber too, I'm very, very grateful that you always come to watch my videos. I do not take them for granted at all. As I always say, I love you very much, but remember, Christ loves you more. Until we meet again, I say adios. Bye-bye.